Hello, welcome to Crackshot Chronicles. Today I'd like to discuss why I believe everyone who carries a gun for personal protection should carry it concealed. Now, I've been carrying a handgun for many years now, and whenever I open carry, I always get odd looks. I'm sure you have experienced the same. I have had little old ladies walk up to me and ask me, "Why are you carrying a gun? Are you planning on shooting someone?" I explained to them I carry a gun to protect myself and the lives of my family members should somebody try to harm us. And then I asked them, "You carry a spare tire in the trunk of your car. Are you planning on getting a flat tire?" And they say no. And I try to make that connection in their minds. Just because I'm carrying a gun doesn't mean I'm looking for trouble any more than just because they have a spare tire in their trunk, they're looking for a flat tire. That usually releases the tension some. Often I'll bring up the analogy of knives. I'll ask them, "Are you afraid of guns?" And they say yes. And I say, "Why?" They say, "Because guns kill people." I explain to them, "Well, do you have knives in your kitchen?" Every one of them has ever asked me that say yes. I tell them, "Well, are your knives going out of the kitchen and killing people?" They say no. And I say, "Well, if a knife won't leave the kitchen and kill somebody, what makes you think a gun kills somebody? Guns don't kill anyone. People kill people. A gun is no different than a knife. A gun is just a tool, and no inanimate object has ever killed anyone. Usually, the inanimate object is wielded by somebody with criminal intent. And if that be the case, they won't need a gun. They can use a baseball bat, a crowbar, a screwdriver, a kitchen knife. So it's not the gun that you need to be afraid of, it's the person." Once I explained that to them, in every case, I can see a sense of relief on their face. I could sense that they have lost the fear of the gun all of a sudden, and all of a sudden, I'm in their mind as one of the good guys. The problem that I have is that although that gives a positive reinforcement to the public, by me carrying open carry, I am endangering my life. Because if I go into a place and it gets robbed and the bad guys notice that I have a gun, I'm going to be the first person that they shoot before they try to rob the place. So I'm putting myself tactically in a very bad situation by carrying open carry. If I'm in the same exact situation and I'm carrying concealed carry, the bad guy will normally walk in, he'll scan the area, he'll see nobody is armed, he'll just look at me and just think I'm just an old man, I'm helpless, I can't get in his way because he's a badass because he has a gun in his hand. And he's going to walk right up to the register and demand to open the register and give him the money. While his attention is focused on the cash register personnel handing him the money, that puts me at a tactical advantage because he doesn't know I'm armed. And I could defuse the whole situation without even having to fire a shot, simply by pointing the gun at him and telling him to drop the weapon. 90% of the time, if somebody is pointing a gun at the cash register attendant and an armed citizen to his left or behind him points a gun at him and tells him, "Drop the gun or I'll blow your brains out," they're going to put the gun on the floor or drop it. They're not going to want to do anything because they know they're not going to come out of there unscathed. If they're crazy enough to point the gun at you, they have to turn the muzzle of the gun to your direction. That gives you plenty of time to pull the trigger and stop the threat before he can shoot someone in the store or you. So carrying a gun concealed carry with a concealed carry permit gives you the tactical advantage over carrying open carry. And because of that reason, I feel that it's in your best interest to carry concealed everywhere you go, where you could legally carry concealed. Now, I realize that there are some places that will not allow you to bring a firearm into their premises. In that case, it wouldn't matter if you carry concealed or open carry, you can't take the gun there. What I do in my situation is, I feel if they won't allow me in there with my firearm, I need to take my business someplace else, because ultimately I am the one responsible for my safety. they will not assume the responsibility of my safety. So if I go into a place of business and we get robbed, they're not going to reimburse me for my losses. They're not going to pay for my medical bills if I get injured in the robbery. So they hold no liability. Therefore, I'm the one who has to hold all the responsibility and liability of my personal safety and that of my family. So if I go someplace and I am armed and there's a sticker on the window that says no guns allowed, I refuse to do service. You don't want my gun in there? Then you don't need my money. That's just me. So if you like this video, please hit subscribe and also leave a comment. I would appreciate it if you hit like, and thank you so very much for taking the time to view this video. Have a wonderful day.